Heyo, everybody! What's going on? I'm so excited because we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier next week, which I'm really, really hyped about, like really super hyped about. There's so much to talk about. So it's so crazy because it's like WandaVision is over. Let me say hey to everybody real quick. We got Timothy here, Charlotte. This is crazy. Ronnie's here. Ronnie. Oh, Joshua Stark is here. What? I haven't seen you in forever. Why are you listen, I don't want, listen, he says he's expecting the chat to get toxic. Not going to happen. No toxic. Positive vibes here. Only positive vibes, you guys. Oh, a new subscriber, Imperfect Lioness. Love the name, by the way. Thank you. I may have a friend or two or none pop in to talk today. So we'll see. Team Cap. Cap's old now. Cap's old. Hey, Roxy, what's up? You guys. Andrew says geeks. It's Andrew's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday, Andrew. That was me yelling. Ted's here. Ted says, yo. Ted's so lively over here saying, yo. Let's see. Joshua has quite a long list. What is he saying? I'm afraid to pop up his words until I read them. So he says he's hyped. As hype as he is. Oh, here we go, Joshua. Wah, wah. He's going to be Debbie Downer over here. I'm just kidding. He says, as hyped as I am for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I miss Agatha Harkness, of course, but she's not dead. So whatever. And miss Catherine Hahn. And Catherine Hahn. Okay. But listen. She's not dead. She's totally going to come back. Come on. We all know she's going to come back. Look at all these people saying happy birthday to Andrew. Happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday. And he says, thank you. High Vacation says hello. I like your name in your picture. Godzilla's here. Guess what, Tessa? I'm going to Disney World at the end of this month. What? Guess when I'm going to Disney World, Jacob? Saturday. I'm going to Disney World on Saturday. So it's crazy. Oh, yay. Ren's going to join in a little bit. And we can just talk. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I feel like, so I saw a tweet that someone, and I forget who it was, and Ren will know because I think he's the one that sent it to me, that said that we're going to be theorizing even more for Falcon and the Winter Soldier than we were for WandaVision. And I just can't even with that. No. Oh, spending half his day at work, but that's okay. Listen, it's all right. It's okay. Look, another happy birthday. Nosy neighbor. Joy. Yeah, it's actually Olive Inside Out. See? It's one of my favorite shirts. I love it. Let's see. She's just being a nosy neighbor. Yeah. So Agatha is just, I think she's going to end up coming back. I mean, the fact that listen, we're already off the topic of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's okay. The fact that they talk about, she's like, I'll know where to find you if I need you. I mean, come on. All that stuff. He's done with WandaVision now. He promises. We've got to move on. It's all right. Whose birthday is today? It's Andrew's birthday. Oh, Charlotte loves my shirt. Thank you. Yeah. So, okay. See? All right. So there we go. So there's, oh my gosh. I can't with theories. If I learned anything, we'll go back to WandaVision, right? But if I've learned anything from WandaVision, it's that we can't theorize. And that can actually ruin the experience, right? So many people were so like so talking about, oh, we're going to see this person and that person and this person and theorizing that some people felt like we're just disappointed in the end. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm excited because I actually get to see the first episode very soon. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I should check my email and make sure. But I get to see the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier very soon. And I can't wait. And I can't wait to tell you guys what you think. Ted, one frozen banana donation. Make the girls do a gladiator fight over it. Ren's here. Here's Ren. Hello. We were just talking and I said, I don't want to theorize anymore. Like, listen, we're not going to do that with Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. We've learned our lesson.
Yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't seem like the show for that.
Yeah, but then remember, wasn't there a tweet? I can't remember if you shared it with me, but it was in the group that someone said like,
Oh yeah, George St. Pierre said it, but I guess he just wants us to pay attention to the show. Not that the show will lack any attention by anyone, I believe.
I listen. I can't with the theories. I'm over the theories. I can't do it.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
For now at least.
right. Speaking of a theory, no, I think that's almost a guarantee. The only thing I'm just not sure because the fact that Black Widow hasn't come out and they didn't like care to move it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if she will show up. Do we know for sure? Is she showing up? I don't think we
Hang
know.
on, I lost you for a sec. Let me reconnect my
Oh,
sound.
you're all right. But yeah, look. Oh, people are so excited. Yay, Ren is here. Falcon and that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. He changed his name to something else, but that's a good one. Let's see. Mephisto was never likely for WandaVision. Well, yeah. Well, that's exactly it, Joshua. You're exactly right. I remember talking about this with somebody else. That China won't allow anything with the devil. So how would they have brought it in? I mean, you're not wrong. But there was a lot of theories about like maybe Professor X or like someone else showing up or Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange would make sense, but I think what we got was that end credit and it was good. Let's see. I wonder if I should take Ren out till he comes back. Oh, he's good. Maybe. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm thinking 1 or 2. Oh, yeah, he just left. He'll come back. I think that Hayward, you think Hayward might appear? Here's the thing, actually, I don't know, Chris, because so Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to come out before WandaVision originally. Do we know? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Jacob. That's not confirmed, though, right? Listen, so this is me too. I was like, meh, but I don't want to say meh about Falcon and the Winter Soldier because I was excited. Really upset that they cut my boy Bucky's hair, is what it is, I guess. But I was like, about it. And now that WandaVision is over, I think my brain has successfully switched over. And now I'm officially hyped and very, very excited. Very excited. You think Darcy might have a cameo? I don't know because I think she was supposed to be. What we need to take into consideration here is that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was always supposed to be before WandaVision. Now, they did continue filming after WandaVision was ready, so I'm not sure. Things might change a little bit, but I think we need to realize that anything major that happened in WandaVision was never going to have repercussions in Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it was always after. Do you know what I mean? Like WandaVision was always after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm not sure about like Hayward or Darcy. I'm just not sure that will happen. I don't know. I guess, okay. So Hayward really does have a certain ideology that we feel very familiar in Falcon. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm trying to think if his character, like if his like reveal of him coming in was like a big deal. I don't know. That's my one thing that's throwing me off is the fact that they were supposed to be flip-flopped, right? I don't know. Dan's here. If I see Darcy again, it'll be way too soon. No, I love Darcy. And then he says hello, by the way. Listen, I love Darcy. Okay. I'm high-key hyped for Loki more than anything right now. Joshua, that was me too. For real. Except now I'm starting to get into this. Like I'm really getting into the like mode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I love me some Winter Soldier. I love me some Bucky Barnes. I love me some Zemo. I'm excited for Zemo to be coming back. I'm excited that, I'm just excited. Darcy's supremacy. Listen, everyone likes Darcy. Dan, you're the odd person out. Their outfits do look very nice.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. We're just talking about, I don't know. We're all over the place because we're sort of talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but then people keep talking about WandaVision. We're in the middle.
It's natural. It's natural.
It is. I know. So I'm trying to figure out. Someone said they think Hayward will show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I said the only thing about that is Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be first, so I would be surprised if.
I'd be surprised too, and honestly, it doesn't seem like Sword would be taking
Involved.
care of them. If anything, I think if Hayward shows up in anything again, I don't think he will at this point. But if anything, it probably would be Ironheart or Armor Wars or both.
Yeah, right. Like later on down the road. I
Yeah.
think you're right about that. Because I just can't imagine that. And then someone said maybe Darcy, and I said, well, here's the thing, it doesn't make sense, and you also have to remember that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be before WandaVision, so WandaVision was definitely supposed to be like Darcy's back,
Yeah,
not
true.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Although, did they film? You probably would know this. Did they continue to film any of Falcon and the Winter Soldier after WandaVision was done because of COVID?
I don't know exactly when each of them shot after COVID, but I don't think so because Falcon and Winter Soldier are a week and a half, something ridiculously small like that left to shoot
Yeah.
when they stopped because of COVID. So I don't know if they even went back to Romania or Prague or wherever they were shooting before COVID.
Right.
But I don't think so. It just feels like they would be in totally different locations and just wouldn't work, especially right now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I know. And because we don't know what timeline it is, but I imagine it's in. I don't know.
You gotta think it's after Endgame, because I don't see that
Yeah.
story making sense if it's not after Endgame. But curious to see, like, if we get to know at all what's the timeline, because WandaVision episode 4 told us 3 weeks, and I don't know if Falcon and Winter Soldier will let us know that at all.
Right.
Much less in the first episode.
Right. They're just going to make us like assume for who knows how long. Thank you, Roxy, for your super sticker. I can't see it, unfortunately, with this program, but Hayward's in jail. He wouldn't show up. Well, right.
Sure.
That's the thing. That's a good point. Let's see. Yeah. So here's the thing. The movie was supposed to be out so long before Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
True.
Right?
True.
Like,
I think it's gonna be more of an Easter egg. I don't think she'll have a big role, but we will definitely notice her there.
Yeah.
And I think whatever connection it has with Black Widow or with what she'll be doing next, Yelena, that is, I think it'll be obvious.
yeah, I know. I'm nervous that. Here's the thing. However she's involved, they're not going to have it. I would say ruin Black Widow. Like they'll know what is okay for us to see and what isn't. They might have had to change her role a little bit, but
Maybe. I just don't know if they would. If they changed her so they had to rewrite her role somehow, it really shows that it's a very small
Right.
role. Because to do a rewrite, just you don't do that with pressure on you. Like you got 1 day to rewrite whatever she's doing in this show.
fix this now. Listen. So people keep talking about this. I don't think that means that there's no way it's going to happen. What do you think?
I always thought, even when I was suggesting Professor Xavier to show up in WandaVision, I always thought that would be a one-time thing, like a tip of the hat to the fans and say goodbye for once seeing those universes coming together. Right now, I also believe that any chances for that are dead, but
You think?
right now, yes. But if we see a first teaser for Doctor Strange or whatever news they drop, maybe I change my mind. Right now, I'm in that place where it's done. We're not gonna see it, but who knows? Who knows?
I just want more Ralph Boner in the, you know, it's like, I'm telling you, there's ways they can do it. Oh boy. Okay. Yes. So we are going to do a watch together, like we did on WandaVision. Like you mean for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I did the watch along every Friday for WandaVision. Ren came in the chat quite a bit. It was nice. We had our chats. But I'm going to be doing one for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, the first episode Full disclosure, I will have seen in advance. I know. Much like with the...
this is shocking news to me.
Yeah, Ren had no clue. It's a total surprise. So, but I'm still going to do a watch-along. I'll be at Disney also, so it's going to be like a random time. So make sure you've subscribed and hit the bell, because I'm going to try to make it like maybe 6 or 7 a.m. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. So I can't commit to 9 a.m. I'll be at the parks. But, you know. Oh, Dan, he said the same thing about Darcy. He's not, listen.
Dan's not a fan.
No, Dan is not a fan. That's okay. Wait, her husband Ralph? How did I just realize that it's Ralph? Yes. So at least they told us who Ralph was. Everyone speculated the whole time.
It's true.
Someone brought up about the reason why Mephisto could never be on is because of in China they don't allow...
Oh, for the devil.
Yeah. And
that could be a reason. I think as long as you don't actually call him the devil, I think it would probably be okay. But I don't know. It sounds like I'm an expert on that sort of stuff.
I know, but I was like, that's a fair point. I hadn't thought of that, like, before. As I was sitting here speculating about Mephisto constantly, it never even crossed my mind, and I did know that. But
yeah. Yeah, I found that out like when I started and everyone started talking about Mephisto. That's when I saw people, oh, he can show up in China, and that's the first time I heard about that. So I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I feel like I heard about it. I don't know if it was before WandaVision started, but I think it was just discussing like House of M theories. It was definitely centered around WandaVision, and I think it was like, oh, I know what it was. Talking about the twins. I think I talked to someone on Twitter about it. How they're made from Mephisto's soul in the comics, and people were like, yeah, don't expect Mephisto to show up because of that. And I was like, really?
That's fair. I wonder if they re-edit the comics in China, in the Chinese printing. Yeah. Or if they just don't sell it at all and people just don't know what House of M is over there.
That's a good point. They would be like, that's a fair... Oh, those poor people, because House of M is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Caroline, I know exactly what she's going to talk about, because she comes and she likes to say a lot. She really hopes that the one more day situation would never happen.
I understand that. I mean, to be fair, the one more day would never... Like, at this point, at least, would never be like it was in the comics, because he doesn't have a kid. He's not married.
Right. That's a fair point. It would be like a very small take on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe he'd ask for Uncle Ben back in exchange of something.
That's true. I think he could ask for, his secret identity back.
True. But that's very easily fixed in the MCU. Like, I'm expecting it to be a big part of the story, but he could just ask, hey, Talos, come here and turn yourself into me, and I'll swing by as Spider-Man.
Right. There you go. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I had never thought of that. We've got Skrulls, so it's something that could happen.
Yeah, exactly. And they're good, so they have that advantage of working together.
I know. I hadn't even thought of that, Renzi. You're so smart.
This wasn't my idea, but full kudos to but I saw it somewhere on Twitter. I wasn't the one to get the idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do we think there'll be an MCU version of New Mutants? Listen, I liked New Mutants.
Me too.
Listen, I don't know what all that hate was about.
Me neither.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I was just upset they didn't have Warlock and Cypher, because they're my favorites, but it's what it is. And I feel like they definitely had set it up for there to be more.
Oh, 100%.
I was like really upset. I enjoyed it, so I'm glad I'm not the only person who enjoyed it.
I was literally the first person to watch it. As far like at the time, at least, Zach told me that you're literally the first person to watch this because it came out rather early where I'm from.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I liked it so because we weren't actually at Disney. We were on vacation in Florida. And
nice.
Theaters had opened because it was COVID, but theaters had opened and we were like, oh my God, we have to go for New Mutants because we knew in New York theaters weren't open. So there was no way when I got home I was going to be able to see it. So we went to downtown Disney and watched it there because I was like So then I was also like, did I just love this because it's the first time I've been back in a theater in like 6 months? You know.
I had that fear, but then I remember I just watched Tenet last week.
Really?
So that was I had seen Tenet a week. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, Tenet, that's a whole nother. We could get off topic on that one. I watched it at home. I didn't watch it in theaters, and everyone was like, "Make sure you put the captions on." And I was like, I could understand everything. It wasn't, but must
Thank you.
Or I was like, "What are you guys talking about?"
I don't know if it was theaters in the States, like generally, but I remember a year ago or something that Edward Norton had an article in a magazine talking about how theaters purposefully don't have the best experience at 100% in terms of sound and even picture quality, which is kind of, he talks about how that's kind of robbing the audience who pay their hard-earned money to watch movies. In my theater, I watched it in IMAX. It was full, quote unquote, for the capacity that it was, and it was awesome, and I understood it perfectly.
So my husband and I were like, what do you mean put on the cat? Like, we were fine. We were totally fine. So I don't know. I thought that was funny. But I'm glad that and I thought maybe it was just the home experience, right? Like maybe.
True.
Who knows? I feel like we shouldn't see any more Skrulls until they start Secret Invasion. I'm sure we're going to keep seeing them pop up. But I think the point is they're here. That's kind of like with that end credit scene, right?
I think it's important. I think it's important to show that they are around. Like, show them every now and then. Don't make them like a huge part of the story, just like this Skrull in WandaVision wasn't. But I think it's important to just show us, hey, just a reminder to the audience, they're here, because they got to think about the general audience, not just us, the nerds who consume this. Like the general audience, if they see one character, I learned this in film school, by the way. If you see a character in the beginning of the film and then he shows up at the end, people generally are not going to remember that character.
Right, you're right. And look, like that's what Joshua was saying, similar, right? I think they should get some screen time because people need to understand, you know, if you haven't read the comics and you don't know, they literally can be anybody, a hero.
Exactly.
I mean, we saw him be Nick Fury there. So, and I think that's important. Just sprinkle it in every so often. And
don't make it a big part of the story, but just show us, hey, look at that.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So now people are all talking about Raya and the Last Dragon. Listen, am I going to do a review on Raya and the Last Dragon? Listen, my review for Raya and the Last Dragon came out before the movie came out. Came out at embargo drop. So yes. I've also done the 10 most emotional moments, which is kind of a spoiler review for Raya and the Last Dragon. Ren has a review up. He finally got to see it. I was so glad for him to see it because I really liked it a lot. And I'm glad you liked it.
Me too. I loved it. I think it's my third favorite movie of the year, even though my second favorite movie of the year isn't out yet.
What movie?
A movie I saw last year. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you liked it that much?
Oh, it's not as good as the first one. It's not as good as the first one, but yes, it's really good.
I'm so excited. Now I'm even more excited because I've been nervous about it. So please, no spoilers for Raya. No, we're not talking spoilers. Nope. Don't worry. No. It's only been out for not even a week, right?
No, it's 6 days.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see more of Zemo. Yes, me too. Oh man, I was looking at Zemo shirts today, seeing if there's any good ones on Amazon. There's not a lot of them.
There's not even like generally Falcon and Winter Soldier good shirts. I saw a cool one today, but it is not like it's official. Mm-hmm. But you know that classic logo of the Adventures of Batman and Robin, and I sent you a few weeks back the Adventures of Wanda and Vision. Yeah. Now there's a Sam and Bucky Adventures of Sam and Bucky shirts.
Oh, I kind of love that.
Yeah,
I ordered a Bucky one just because I'm waiting for like a cool Falcon and the Winter Soldier one for reviews. And
same. Nothing is showing. There's like 2 ones I'm looking at only because there's nothing else.
I know.
But just throw us the merch, Marvel.
I know. Well, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. I'll be at Disney this next week And I'm like,
of course.
I know, I'll get an exclusive. I'll be shipping them all over the world. I'll be like, all right, guys, what do you want? Let me ship it out to you and to Dave. But yeah, I'm hoping they'll have some good ones because they tend to get their merch first there. Just in general, they have. I don't know now with COVID how that's been working, but I'm wondering if, maybe.
Yeah, even the Disney store, like online, already has a page set up for it, but there's nothing there yet. I went there to look for something. That's how I found the Taskmaster figure I just bought.
Oh, now you get me. Oh, I'm gonna have to go look.
I can show it to you. Where is it? Hang on, I'm gonna go get it.
Go get it. Joshua says, what are you saying? Yes, we still have a chance for House of M. Due to WandaVision not really giving over the events of that comic. I mean, you're right, yes. And I would love that. I would love some kind of no more actual words. But I don't know if she would actually say no more mutants or mutants would have to be introduced at that point. So could happen later on down the line.
Here it is.
It's
a comics version.
I love when they give them like the
Yeah, this line Marvel Selects is like the line of figures I collect because I cannot afford Hot Toys.
Many people can.
And I really like them. Like the articulation, they always come with several hands, several heads. I just pre-ordered a Human Torch figure. I ordered the Black Widow movie version of Taskmaster, and I just ordered officially as well my 10th Hulk. I will officially have 10 Hulks by the time the new. In the comics, he's my favorite character. Like my number one favorite comic characters are Hulk and Batman, tied for first place.
Why do you like Hulk? Tell me.
I just find him very human. Like the fact that when he gets angry, he gets out of control. It's a very human thing, like, but turned up 100. And I've just always related to him because of the two different personalities. And even Hulk is such a good guy. Like he likes the delicate things in life. Like he hates humans, but he'll protect animals and flowers and plants and all that stuff. I have an attraction, quote unquote, towards gentle giants. I just love that archetype.
Yeah, well, you're making me like him more. He's always been like a middle of the road guy for me. Hulk is, Steven likes Hulk too. I don't know why. I think I don't know. I've always been into the like dark. Well, I prefer villains. We know that. Mm-hmm. And then I like, for some reason, I don't know. This is my problem because Iron Man and Star-Lord are two of my favorites, and I'm like, they're just cocky, like playboys, and for some reason, that's my thing, I guess. I don't know.
I always liked Hulk because when you think about it, like Bruce Banner's life, he's extremely depressing. And I just find that fascinating. I can recommend you some of my favorite Hulk stories if you want to. I'll send you like a small list. Yeah. For sure.
Yes, do that. I gotta let you know. I promise you.
Yes.
To start. I have it right here because I've just finished the other one. So probably I'll start it Saturday, like on the plane and stuff. So.
All right. I'll take a note of that and start Saturday as well.
I know. I'm so excited. Oh, look.
Hulk snap. That's true. Everyone forgets. Everyone is like, oh, Tony saved Hulk saved us all. Tony did the last bit. His bit is important. Don't get me wrong. Tony's bit is very important. But Hulk did the hard work.
He did. That's true. Oh, I love Mark Ruffalo and like.
So good.
Well, it's funny because I was just talking to someone today about 13 going on 30. Actually, it was James because we were talking about Jennifer Garner, and I said,
"Oh yes,"
because he put his thing was like, "What's your favorite Jennifer Garner movie?" And I was like, 13 going on 30, and he's like, "Don't kill me, Tessa. I'm not sure I've seen it." I was like, "Oh my gosh, no, you have to watch it. It's razzles." That's like my favorite. It's such a wholesome, fun movie.
It is.
I really like it.
It is, and Andy Serkis is in there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people forget he's in that.
I did. Now it's been a while since I've seen it. Probably.
Yeah. Same here. I just love Andy Serkis, and I caught it on TV like 2-3 years ago. That's why I remember it.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it. I've seen clips here and there, like, but bye, Ronnie. Tomorrow's the members only meeting. So for those of you who are members, we do a Zoom meeting. It's super fun. I always go way longer than I need. I told them, I said, tomorrow I can only do an hour. I can't. I'm planning to leave, and I've got exciting things to watch and review before I leave. So let's see. I wonder if Cap and Peggy's children will be introduced in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I'm not sure if they had children, but that could be an interesting thing to introduce in the MCU.
It would be very interesting. They could make one of them be like a young Avenger, maybe. But that would be kind of throw someone else extra in.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, the only times I remember Cap having a son was once semi-recently with Sharon. And it was in this story arc where he goes to an alternate world and Arnim Zola is behind. Yes. Yeah, and then they turned the son into a villain for years, and because he was brainwashed. And the other one was in the Ultimates with Black Widow, and it's James Rogers, who is in the Young Avengers as well.
So I don't even.
I'm not big on them yet either. I just read like some of the main stories. I don't actually even own them. I just read it from a friend.
So he has a kid over there too in the Ultimates?
Yeah, in the Ultimates, James Rogers. There's even an animated movie with them. There's James Rogers, the daughter of Thor, son of T'Challa, the son of Wasp and Ant-Man, etc.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. Oh, well, hello, hi. Please
hello.
Don't spam the chat with all those highs. Ted's back. Where did Ted go, Timothy? Look, time travel stuff. Listen, oh man.
Time travel, my favorite.
Time travel gets so... I just watched a movie this morning for the New York International Children's Film Festival, and there was a time travel in it. Like I don't know. Time travel has to be done well, or it's like...
Yeah.
It's basically they climb into this like chest and it time travels them to a different time. It's weird. I don't know. And I'm like, time travel is always such a touchy thing. Like they did it very well in Endgame.
Yeah, I agree. And I thought it was very simple, to be honest, because it's just precisely the opposite of every other movie. If you go back, it's not the past, it's just what is happening now. It never happened. You're creating a new timeline as you're doing this.
And I like how they explain it too. Like they just were like, it's time travel, just deal with it.
Just go with it. Yeah.
All right. We're not in Back to the Future. Just yeah. And I kind of like that they do that. So I don't know. It was a good way. It worked out.
Yeah, I think so. If you want to get confusing time travel, and I mean confusing in a good way, but watch Netflix's Dark.
Dark. Oh, is that the one that was like, it's like German?
Yeah, it's a German show.
Okay. I was recommended that, and then I just had so much stuff going on.
Keep it on the watch list, though.
I will. I think it is on my watch list, so I'll have to check that out.
It's 3 seasons and very small ones. Like the first season is 10 episodes, the other 2 are 8 episodes.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's really good, and it's so good. By the time the first episode ends, you forget it's German.
Oh, okay. See, I love, and I bet you I would like it too. It looked like something I would like. It was just a matter of like finding the time to sit down and be able to watch it. And you know how it is when you have screeners.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I got so many right now.
I'm jealous because I told you I requested those certain 2 things that I know you have.
Okay.
Before you, like the day before you requested them, and I haven't even gotten responses yet.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a little annoyed, but you also, it's a whole different Netflix team, though. Obviously.
True. I always contact the names on the media center, but then they either just say, hey, looping this person in from the UK, or either they just transfer me immediately.
Oh, well, the UK team is good. You already got your stuff. Yeah. I just want to get ahead of it since, I'm going to be gone for 12 days. And both of those things looked really good. Have you started any of them yet? I started
so one is a show, one is a movie. I started the show. I watched the first episode. Really good world building, and the animation is actually rather good. Like I know you loved Blood of Zeus. I loved Blood of Zeus. Yeah. But the animation was kind of more static, more limited. You could see that they had limits in the budget. This one flows really well. Actually, very impressed.
Okay. See, now I'm gonna, maybe I'll follow up today. Say, hey, just checking on this. Exactly. Ted, thank you. A German show called.
It's true.
Oh man. Oh, here's a whole list. Okay. I did not watch Supergirl because I don't like that girl from Glee. And I didn't like her in Glee. So, which I know is awful. Like, you don't like this one character, so don't watch her show. And I've never been into, and Red knows this because we've had this conversation multiple times, but I've always been into the Gotham side of DC. So Supergirl never really interested me. And I've heard I should at least watch the first season, but I didn't. Did you watch Supergirl?
I watched Supergirl. I've watched from the beginning. I think the first season is really rough. Like, one episode you're like, okay, this is good. The other episode you're like, oh god, I'm about to drop this. And then the other episode, okay, this was good. And then, oh god, second season and third season is really good. At this point, I'm kind of mentally done with Supergirl, but I'm watching until the end. Flash, I love. Arrow is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of these.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. If you like your ridiculous, over-the-top Golden Age comics, the show can feel like an animated superhero show come to life sometimes. Like, second season and third season are spectacular. Outside of that, they go up and down. Not as extreme as Supergirl, but I'm like, okay, I just love these characters, not loving the seasons themselves.
Gotcha.
Oh, Batwoman.
Listen, I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt. I didn't ever go back to it.
When I say that the first season was better than I expected, don't take that as much of a compliment. My expectations were very low. Right now, I gotta tell you, Tess, I'm usually when the episodes for these shows come out, I'm usually I'm watching them first thing in the morning. Well, second thing in the morning after working out. Batwoman, I'm behind 2 episodes. The last time that happened was with Black Lightning, which is a great family show, but an awful superhero show in my book, in my opinion. Black Lightning was a show that I once realized, oh man, I'm 2 episodes behind. Oh no, what am I gonna... And I just stopped watching there. So Batwoman is there on the edge of the precipice. Stargirl, I feel pretty much the same way I felt about Supergirl. Swamp Thing was awesome. I loved Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing was. Isn't it on HBO? Well, you don't know. You don't have HBO Max.
Over here, it's on Amazon, but I think it is on HBO Max. Yes, it is, because I remember they put it there after its run was done. Whatever it was airing. Superman and Lois, I'm enjoying it thus far. I'll say that it's solid thumbs up.
Because I haven't started that, and I know, what is it, like 3 episodes or 2 episodes are out right now?
Third episode came out yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to check that out eventually. And then Stargirl, I actually watched because I got screeners for it.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. And that and Doom Patrol are the ones that I've watched.
One I haven't seen.
You haven't seen Doom Patrol?
No.
It's so fun. It's so weird. And like there's one episode that I was like, it's called Sex Patrol. Let's just put it out there. And I was like, this is going to be like, and it was super awkward to watch. Like, parts of it, I was like, this is just awkward. There's like ghosts that just do it all over the house. Like, the whole episode. And it's like, okay. But then they continue on throughout the season. You still see them. Okay. It's very bizarre. I was like, all right, I could do without, like, that was fun for an episode, but like, I'm good. No,
I've heard 2 things about Supergirl, and about Doom Patrol, and maybe that's the episode you're talking about. That's one where there's a quote, and all I know is this quote where it's "I flexed the wrong muscle," and that's all I know. And then there's a sentient street. Okay.
Yes, and there's a sentient street. Okay, I think you would like Doom Patrol. It's very It's entertaining. It's bizarre. Right. Don't expect it to be groundbreaking.
I'll put it on the list.
It's got Alan Tudyk, and I love him. So
he's awesome.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's sweet. I have a special place in my heart for Supergirl because me and my daughter developed close to watching it. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that. That's sweet. So do you think that's something I could probably watch with the girls then, right? Was it
Supergirl? Yes. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll do that then, because they've been getting into more like real people stuff. Mm-hmm. They call it real people shows versus animated shows. But they're watching like the ones on Disney now. Like there was like Stuck in the Middle. I don't know. I don't really watch them. Bizarre Vark, Bunked. And I'm like, I'd rather watch something that I'll sit and watch with, something I'll like.
Yeah.
You put it on and I'm like on my phone playing games the whole time, not really paying attention because I'm not so invested in these characters. So, I'm like, you know what?
There's actually a show, and this is one of my favorite shows of all time. You could watch with them, and it's a really great show because as it goes on in the seasons and the characters, the actors grow, the show grows with them, and there's really great life lessons in it. It's a show from the 90s. Maybe you've seen it. It's Boy Meets World.
Yes, I love Boy Meets World. Yes. So they watch Girl Meets World. Which I never watched. I didn't even get into it. Did you ever watch it?
It's got the spirit, but it was clearly a Disney Channel show. While Boy Meets World was on ABC, which just happens to be owned by Disney. Do
you want to know? This is such an embarrassing story. I'm going to tell you. So
yes.
Used to write letters to celebrities when I was a kid, and I wrote a letter to Ryder Strong.
Yes.
Okay. He sent me, and they would say, this is like, and I actually have Jonathan Taylor Thomas's hanging up on my wall. I can see it right now. But they would send back like postcards that are, it's a stamp, right? They didn't write it, or an assistant wrote it. But the one from Ryder Strong came, and it was just, I don't know, thanks for your letter, blah, blah. I don't even remember what it said.
That's awesome.
But it was sent on Valentine's Day, and I was 11, and I convinced myself that meant like he was in love with me. He sent it on Valentine's Day.
That's awesome.
And I used to sleep with it under my pillow, so it was all like wrinkly. I'm trying to see if it's hanging up. I feel it because I just went through. Oh man, I wish I had it. I just went through my desk and I found it not too long ago, but I don't know what I did with it. But I was like, I can't believe I still had it. I was really annoyed though. We had put stuff out in a shed, and there was like it had gotten flooded. And I had, because I had a thing from Danielle Fishel, because obviously I wrote every single
Topanga!
Yes, Topanga. I got a package from her that was handwritten that said like every 100 ones I pick and I write a personal, and she had responded to all my questions. I don't know if it really was her, but it had like 5 autographed headshots and like all this stuff, and it got like ruined, and I was like, man.
Man. That's
I just
incredible.
pretended it was really her. I probably was still an assistant, but
no, it was her. It was her. It's life canon that it was Danielle Fishel.
Right, but I just love her so much.
She's awesome.
Boy Meets World was such a good show. Yeah, like listen, I loved it. So I should make the girl, because they watched Girl Meets World, so I should be like, no, let's go back.
Yeah, and then watch, because they'll get so much more jokes and Easter eggs if they watch Boy Meets World before.
I'm trying to think. Would that be on? Well,
it's on Disney Plus.
I was going to say it should be on Disney Plus, right?
I watched Boy Meets World actually for the first time in like 2013 or something. I watched it for the second time last summer, and then when I got back to London in October, my housemates had never seen it, so I'm like, we're going to watch Boy Meets World, and we watched Girl. We actually just finished Girl literally a few weeks ago.
Really? Oh, yeah. It's such a good show. I love it.
It is.
Oh man.
Who was Sean your favorite character?
Sean was my favorite character. Okay. Oh yeah, because he was like the bad boy.
Yeah, same. He's the one I relate to the most. Yeah, exactly. I relate to him the most, but I don't know if my favorite. It's either him or Eric, because Wilfredo is so good.
He was so great. He was playing an idiot half the time.
Yeah, so true.
Man, that's such a good show. Now I really want to go back and watch it.
Yes.
All right. Have you seen Euphoria? Because I haven't.
I have. I want to say it was like end of last year, November, December, that I watched for the first time. Really good show from the director of Malcolm and Marie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Like, he's not the director of the show, he's the creator, but,
Right, yeah. Yeah, listen, Ren and I are both on the same page with Malcolm and Marie, and I can't believe that people don't like that movie. I mean, I guess I can. I was trying to get my husband to watch it. I don't know. Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
So he watched like the first 40 minutes, and he goes, okay, so the 2 most uncomfortable things is like watching people make out and watch people fight. And so I can't watch this movie anymore because it's literally all these people are doing. And I was like, I guess. He's like, it's so uncomfortable.
It's supposed to be.
I'm like, right, exactly. That's the point. He like didn't even finish it. I'm like, but you don't know how it ends. He's like, I don't care to know how it ends.
Ah.
I know, but I finished it because I was like, well, now I have to watch it. Like I'm in it.
Exactly.
It's so good.
I
told
love
you one of my friends watched it and goes, I don't smoke, but now I need a cigarette. Like it just.
We keep talking about that. Smoking in movie is sexy, people.
It is.
I have this. It doesn't have nicotine, but I still smoke. Hello.
Hello, Belle. Hello. Belle, I'm assuming. Let's see. What? Oh, you're talking about we got off topic? Yeah, we did get off topic. But, you know, it's what happens a lot. And look, see, everyone wants to talk about Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Here's the thing. There's not much we can... I mean, all we can really say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier's theories at this point, more or less. And I don't want to... We've learned our lesson, I feel like, on theorizing.
True.
I'm excited to see Sharon back. Although,
same. I love her.
I do. I love her. I interviewed Emily Van Camp for Civil War.
Oh yeah, I saw you sent a link to Amanda.
Yes, that's right. Yes, and she's just so great. Like she came in, and so it was like all women. It was a group of 25 women that were interviewing her, and she was just
nice.
Like, all power, and she was like all about it. And we were taking the group picture, and she's like, "Let's find where the best lighting is." She's like, "We don't want to be over there. It's too dark. Let's move over here."
That's awesome.
But I'm excited to see her and see, I'm just excited for her to be a part of this and to be back in it.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like she's the one that's gonna get at least sometimes gonna get Bucky and Sam out of trouble.
I know. I'm excited about it.
Same
I'm very intrigued on where they're going to go with her character, and so many people keep saying, like, is she ever going to talk about like Cat being like her uncle sort of now, which is a little weird.
True. I mean, he's step uncle.
Yeah, and she kissed him though.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's not wrong. Let's put it in those terms.
That's true. That's a good way to put it. I don't think The Mandalorian was canceled.
No, it's not canceled. They confirmed this year we're not getting The Mandalorian because we're getting the Book of Boba Fett, but we're getting a season 3 of Mandalorian.
Right. It'll be like what, a year later probably.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be December 2022.
Yeah, probably. But yeah,
October. Sorry, not December.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for it. I'm excited that they're not canceling it or whatever. Like that it's not ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they shouldn't. It's making them tons of money. I think it'd be kind of stupid to cancel.
People were like, "Does that because the way that Book of Boba Fett came out?"
Yeah. It was I saw a lot of people like, "What is it replacing Mandalorian?" I'm like, of course not. Boba Fett's not going to sell as many toys as Baby Yoda.
Right. It's very true. I know. That's why Baby Yoda's going to be fine. He's not going to die.
Yeah.
They're not stupid.
He's coming back. He's coming back the next season. Like they're not wasting the opportunity to make more merch and more toys and whatever.
That's exactly it.
The real star of the show isn't Mando. Come on.
He is fantastic, but he is definitely not the star. Love theories are almost always wrong. I said I had so much fun being wrong about WandaVision.
Exactly. It's fun being wrong. I don't... There are so many people who have such a problem with being wrong, like it's going to attack them and take away their honor or something. Right. Like, being wrong is fine.
Right. It's fun. And especially with something like WandaVision, so few people are right.
Exactly. Like, what fun would it be if we had spoiled the show to each other weeks in advance?
That's exactly it. And then, so that's the other thing I always talk about with being a fan of the comics, and I would almost guarantee you're the same way, is I like when they change stories, because then I don't sit down and go, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly. We were just talking about Winter Soldier today. I remember, like, I know Bucky's going to be Winter Soldier, but everything around it was changed.
Right.
The little details, and it's the little details that matter. Like Civil War, it's still Civil War. It was just majorly changed because they don't want us to guess. I don't want to go in and knowing exactly what happened. That'd be boring.
Right. You sit down and be like, oh, I know this is going to happen. I know this is going to. Same with like Infinity War. It wasn't Infinity
Yeah.
Gauntlet, you know?
Yeah.
And they made nods to like Nebula is the one in the comics who takes stuff down. So they made like that little, you know, where like nods to it. And then when she's there and she's all torn apart, because, you know, in the comics, she's like a mess when she does it.
Oof.
But I was glad they didn't have it be her, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been fine with it too. But I like that they throw little nods for people like, oh, you know the comics. Here's a little bit for you. But we're just going to
do our own thing.
Yeah. Listen, we've had many conversations about Wanda's outfit. I love that outfit.
So good.
I was so excited. And I pre-ordered the Funko Pop of her like, floating. But the other one, I can't get the other one. It was like gone. And
me neither. I've tried it. I mean, it's not even showing up for me on the websites I go to.
Oh, really? Out there?
Yeah. Not yet. Not Amazon, not Funko Europe, not Zavi, whatever you can think of. It's not showing up, which is kind of good. At least I know it's not sold out yet.
That's true. I know. And then like I'm waiting for the Pietro one to eventually. I haven't seen that yet either.
I can't see that one either. No. Not even on the Funko site, the official Funko site. It's
when I
so
looked
weird.
at Funko site, it had I think the US one, I think it was Funko that had the one of her, the standing up, or not, you know, not the one of her sitting, the other one, and it was sold out. I think it was on Funko, and I was like, well, awesome. But I'm sure they'll get more, and I'll be ridiculous, and I'll go to eBay and I'll buy it because I want the whole set.
I haven't tried eBay, to be honest. I gotta try eBay.
Yeah, well, the thing is too, it makes me nervous now on eBay because people will put like, oh, I have an email that I pre-ordered it, and I get nervous. Like, I'm not going to buy a pre-order email. That makes me like people were doing PlayStations and stuff, you know, like, oh, I have it, and you're like, yeah, but how many times can you sell an email? I mean, you could technically sell it 100 times or more, and people wouldn't even know.
Exactly.
So, oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Do we think we'll get any new characters? Listen, I would love to see Gambit come in anyway, anyhow, but I don't know if this is the spot for him.
No, I don't think we'll see Gambit at all. Red Hulk? I don't think we see Red Hulk, but if they are going to do Red Hulk in the MCU, I think they start turning the wheels on that here. We know we're getting U.S. agents, so technically that's a new character.
Right.
So there's one. Outside of that.
Oh yeah, look, someone else just talked about it up here. But yeah, right, that's a new character. But does that count as? I mean, it counts as a new character. So
yeah, played by Wyatt Russell, who's the son of Kurt Russell. So is Ego the father of U.S. agents?
Listen, Ren dropping truth bombs over here. This is crazy.
I don't mean this theory to be taken seriously, just so everybody knows. Twitter's gonna explode. Ren Geekness says that Wyatt Russell.
he's half living planet. He's Star-Lord's half brother.
Like, if he is, Bucky and Falcon have no shot against him.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. Oh man, I just man. I'm really just looking forward to it. Like,
same.
And it's funny because I was always like, like I was excited about it. I love Bucky. He's one of my favorite characters. I'm still angry they cut his hair.
Same.
I know we feel the same way on that too. But I guess when I was in WandaVision, I couldn't get as excited about it. And now that WandaVision is over, I'm like, my brain has completely switched over, and I'm getting really hyped for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
No, I feel you. As WandaVision was going on, I only cared about WandaVision. Like, I had the excitement for Falcon and Winter Soldier on the back of my mind, but WandaVision was the thing. But now, I'm still kind of like, Loki is my number 2 most anticipated show of them all, but this one is right after it because it's got very Winter Soldier the movie vibes, and I just loved it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think this is going to be very MCU heavy. Like, it's going to feel like it should be exactly in the MCU. You know, where WandaVision took a while to get there. I think this one from the beginning is just going to be. Probably why it was supposed to be first. They were going to ease us in to the TV shows. And then
that's fair.
But you know, listen, Dan, I cannot imagine how that could play out.
Yeah, right now I don't see it either, but who knows?
I know.
Who knows?
That would be...
Especially because he says superheroes should not exist. Like, it's very tough for me to buy into, but I don't know, like, enemy of my enemy kind of thing for, like, we'll team up for the next hour, but after that hour, ooh, I'm gonna get you.
Listen, Ted. Poor Bucky. No, don't say that.
The chips were in the hair. That's why he cut the hair, so he couldn't be mind controlled anymore. Again, I don't mean this seriously.
I know. Oh my gosh, that would be so funny. I can't imagine. I'll be so sad if Bucky slips back into... I don't think he will, right?
I will be sad like you, but I kind of find that interesting if he is.
I know,
if they dive... Yeah, because psychologically, that's just... Ooh, terrifying.
I know! Moon Knight. We got a ways still for Moon Knight, but I am excited for Moon Knight.
That's my number one.
Is it?
Yeah, I love Moon Knight.
I know I need to dive deeper into Moon Knight. I know Moon Knight in like crossover events. So you tell me what I need to.
Yes.
Bren's really good at that.
I will compound a list of Hulk and Moon Knight comics.
Yes, you should for sure. Yeah, I just always, it was like, anytime there's a big giant crossover and you see them, sure, but I never like dived into individual stories.
Yeah, I'm like that with a lot of characters. I'm like that with like Teen Titans in DC. I don't follow them at all, but whenever they show up in crossovers, I get them. Same with what's Young Avengers in Marvel? Like I know they're doing Young Avengers. I'm not the biggest fan of them in the comics. I prefer like the real Avengers,
right?
But always like seeing them in the crossovers.
That's the thing. There's so many comics that it's crazy. Like it's almost impossible. I remember before I had kids, back when I could read comics, like then that's all I did. Like that's what I did with my life. It was our local comic shop loved us because we literally subscribed to every Marvel book, and it was so expensive. And
my comic book shop feels the same, I gotta tell you.
But like and then I just like fell off when we had kids. I didn't have the time to read, but also it's expensive, and the books kept getting more expensive and more expensive. And
then they kept doing like this character now has his own run in the comics, and you were like, okay, add that one to the list. Now I just do DC. I go Justice League and Batman. That's it. And Marvel, I go whatever has Avengers in the title. The main X-Men comic, I go Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man, and Spider-Man. So like eight comics in total.
So much more than that, which is just crazy. Have you checked out Strange Academy at all?
Not yet. I have it, but I haven't started reading it yet because my comic book shop is back in Portugal. So I just keep buying it month to month, and he sends them over to my place there.
Oh man, Strange Academy surprised me at how into it. It's one of my favorite Marvel runs right now.
Nice. I'm excited.
It's very interesting. I love it. Plus, the son of Dormammu is in there, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, so I'm kind of into it. You never bought comics from a comic shop? Used to make away with them. You get mail order for 40% off? I didn't even know that.
I mean, I'd do it too if I had that deal.
I know. I was like, that's a good deal. At first I was like, Dan. And then I was like, oh, I mean, that makes sense. I like to support local and all that stuff too,
Yeah, same.
Especially comic shops. I mean, I feel like there's not a giant overhead. Or you don't make a lot from each issue, I would imagine.
Nah, I gotta think they make more out of like collections and big volume things.
Or even collectibles, like that's why they bring like Funkos and toys and stuff, All right, I think we're gonna wind down here. I got so much to do before I go away, but I'm excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and like I said, I'm gonna be watching it very soon. I will keep my thoughts to myself until embargo breaks, pretty much. Although I guess Friday afternoon, I'm allowed to say on social media what I thought.
Woohoo!
So everybody stay tuned for that. And if you guys don't follow Ren already, you're crazy. But Ren, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone where to find you?
You can find me on Instagram at RenVieira93. It's more of a personal account, but I post on stories there, whatever I'm watching, whenever I'm watching it. And on Twitter and YouTube at RenGeekness. I'm very close to 3,000 subscribers, so if you want to help me reach that goal, I really appreciate it. So thank you, Tessa, for having me on once again.
Of course. This was fun. And real quick, when are they going to introduce MODOK in the MCU? Well, they are getting that MODOK show, but it is very much not in the MCU.
Yeah.
It's going to Hulu. They'll have to wait till it's a really good fit. He's a hard one, I feel like, to make actually work.
Yeah, with them doing the show, I don't see them introducing him anytime sooner unless the show gets really freaking popular and they're like, this people like this character. Maybe we could put him in our movies somehow. I
love MODOK. And have you gotten the screeners for the show yet?
No, I haven't asked yet because we don't have Hulu here, so I don't even know who to ask, to be honest.
Right, that makes sense.
But I still want him to be Justin Hammer. I want Justin Hammer to be MODOK in the MCU. I pitched for him to be the villain in Ant-Man 3 and all this sort of stuff, and he'd be a great... Just bring back Justin Hammer, please.
I mean, I'm okay with that. He's great. What's his name?
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, yes. Oh, he's incredible.
He's so good.
So good. So I would love to see that. Listen. Oh, look. Yay!
Woo, thank you so much, Timothy.
Oh, Ted says thanks for coming. Yeah, it was good to have you. So it's always fun to be able to bounce stuff off somebody versus just talking to the comments. So this was fun. Thanks for joining. And I know Ren will have coverage of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So, of course, make sure you hop over there. And thanks for coming, everybody. Members, I'll see you tomorrow at the Zoom meeting. And for those of you who aren't members, if you want to consider it, I think there's a little join button. I don't see the same thing you guys see.
I see it, Tessa. It's there.
Yeah. And that'll give you all the details. And once a month, we hop on Zoom and talk. And I'm sure we're going to end up talking about WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier tomorrow. So that's what we tend to do. And thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you next time.